Welcome back to Insight. David Farnbauch joins us from Sweeeney Law Firm. This is a great topic because a lot of us want access to our medical records. We know they're out there somewhere, have no idea where to start.
Well, there's a federal law that's been passed called the HITech Act, part of Obamacare, that allows consumers to obtain their own medical records for the actual cost of producing the records. And that's the key phrase, actual cost, because for many years there's been a law, state law in Indiana, where they could charge like 25 cents a page. They could charge you retrieval fees and all these different charges that they tack on. So for a lot of consumers it was sort of expensive to get your medical records, but now what they basically said that providers can charge is the actual cost. And with computer technology, where all your medical records are now stored electronically, and they can just download that onto a CD, which just costs a few cents for a blank CD, that's basically what the law allows them to charge now. So you will get charged, but it's minimal compared to what consumers have paid in the past when they were charging you a per copy charge, like 25 cents a page, and a clerical fee and a retrieval fee and all these different costs.
And again, it's one of those where, on one hand I feel like, I'm not sure I like my medical records in the cloud, but as far as ease of access, it's the difference between, trying to print me out a phone book of medical records.
Right. I mean, people want their records now in electronic format because we all have computers, and it's easier to read them and store them, and it just depends on how many medical records there are too. I mean, sometimes you can have fairly voluminous medical records.
Does this cover all medical entities?
It does. It covers even administrative entities that are involved in the billing part of it. Obviously doctors, hospitals, clinics, anybody that has protected medical information, whether that's on the administrative billing side or treatment side, is covered by this law.
Why do you find most customers or individuals, I guess, want a copy of their own records?
Well, I mean, a colleague of mine by the name of Pat Malone wrote a book about how to protect yourself in the medical system from receiving bad medical care, and wrote an excellent book called What You Can Do to Save Your Own Life. And one of the top recommendations from him in his book is to get a copy of your own medical records, start a binder so that you can actually read what's in them and take those medical records to appointments when you go. So oftentimes you'll find that these specialists that you go see, even though this part of Obamacare is that they have access to your medical records and they can look them up, oftentimes they don't do that, and they don't have the records and they don't have access to the records. But if you bring a paper copy to the appointment with you, then you can discuss your medical records and show them to the doctor.
Is there a one-stop shop, or am I going from doctor to doctor to doctor to collect all of my medical records?
Well, I mean, my recommendation would be just to make a list of your doctors and write a letter to each one of those, or call them and they'll send you an authorization to sign. They all have their own particular authorization, HIPAA compliant authorization that you sign. And then they are required to send you your records for the actual cost.
For the actual cost. That is good to know. But it seems like one day they'll eventually be like two buttons on a computer and they'll all feed into one place, and maybe we'll have them all in. That
day is not here yet.
It's not here yet. But as soon as it gets here, I'm sure you'll let us know. This is good information to know that it should be at cost now. The HITech Act is the name of the act that makes that possible. We'll be right back. If you'd like more information about this or any other topic with Sweeeney Law Firm where they can help, see the webpage and the phone number. We'll be right back.